Okay, now I will show you what's the increment and decrement operators in Java. Let me create a class here. We're gonna say increment, decrement. So let's have a main method. So let's say we have an integer variable, which is number of chairs equals to 5. Okay, equals to 5. If you want to add 1 on top of the chairs, right? If you want to change the value of chairs from 5 to 6, what we'll do, we're gonna say, hey chairs, I'm gonna change a value, which is I will take your previous value and I will add 1 on top of it. Okay, so what is going to be the number of the chairs? It will be 6. Oh, this is the one way. We also learned what is the assignment operators, which is, hey chairs, we can do this way as well, plus equals 1, right? We will say, hey chairs, whatever your previous value is, I will add 1 and you will become new, you will have a new value, which is 6. Doing this and doing this is the same thing, right? So if you're adding 1 or removing 1 from the variable, so you don't really need to use these assignment operators. There's a special operator, which is increment and decrement in Java. So what you can say, instead of saying equals, like chairs equals to chairs plus 1, we'll say plus plus chairs. Okay, so this thing is named a pre-increment, which means it will increment the value by 1. Okay, at the time we will be using this variable. So this, and this, all these 3 lines is doing the same thing. It is just simply adding 1 to the chairs. Okay, I'm gonna comment this out, these 2 lines, since we don't want to add 3 chairs, we want to add only 1 chair. And I will print this value now. I'm gonna say, hey, give me the value of the chairs. Let me see what happened with the chairs. So we'll run this. And we have 6. It simply added 1 on top of chair. So plus plus will add only 1. Okay, it can add only 1 to the variable. Okay, let's say system.println. Once you will be printing, you can at the same time apply those increment decrement operators. Okay, so what we can do, we can say, hey chairs, I want to remove 1 chair from you. So which means -1, right? So for the, if you want to remove the value from the chairs, so you will say minus chairs. So if it was 6 before, it will become 5 now. Okay, so let's run it. We have 5 chairs in our chairs variable. Great. These things is named as a pre-increment and pre-decrement. Okay, so pre-increment, which means the value will be changed at the time we are using this variable. Okay, pre stands for it will be changed at the time we'll be using the variable. Let's say, hey, print out plus plus chairs. This variable value will be changed at the time right here when we are using it. So it will become directly 6. From 5 to 6, because the previous value was 5 here. Now it will change it to 6. We have it as a 6. Great. And there is another thing. Okay, so system.println. So there is another thing, which is chairs plus plus. So chairs plus plus. These plus plus comes after variable chairs. Okay, so here it was coming before, now it comes after. So it also adds 1, but it works a little bit different. If I will run this, so previous value of the chairs was 6. So if you run this again, the next value of the variable will be still 6. It didn't change this value of the variable, but is it adding 1? Yes. The value of this variable will be changed only you use this variable next time. So let's say I will print this variable next time. So the value of this variable will become 7. Okay, so it is changing the variable value next time we use the variable. Now it becomes 7. It was still 6 once we were incrementing it, but it didn't change the value once we are using it. And next time we use it, it will be changing the value. So this thing is named as a post increment in Java. Okay, so same thing we can do with the post decrement. We can say, hey, chairs minus minus. So what is going to be the value right here? It was 7 right here. It will be still 7. It's not going to change it because it is post decrement, which will change this value of this variable. Next time we will be using this variable. Okay, it is still 7. Now let's use it. We're gonna say chairs. So we're gonna have it as a 6 now. Okay, it will become 6. Great. There's a two of them, right? Pre and post. So there's a pre-increment, and pre-decrement. So pre-increment, pre-decrement will change the value of the variables at the time we will be using them, like chairs. We say plus plus in the beginning, right? Or minus minus in the beginning. Okay, here's the 2 minuses. Okay, and post increment and decrement will be changing the value, not the time we use it, but next time we use it. So plus plus will come after variable. Okay, and same for the post decrement, minus minus. Great.